It is Compass FM and the Mega Music Breakfast. A wee bit late this morning, Mayor Dan Gordon of the Waimakariri District Council, but I'm going to let you away with that because you brought in a special guest, Jim Harland, the new CEO of the Waimakariri District Council. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
That's the way. And welcome to North Canterbury. Is this the first time you've worked in North Canterbury?
Yes, it will be the first time I've worked here, although I have travelled to Oxford, Vents, so I'm really looking forward to getting to know the district backwards.
Absolutely, the highways and byways and all that sort of stuff. That's where you come from, was the NZTA, is that right?
Yes, 10 years with what's now called Wakakotahi NZTA.
Okay.
I've been the regional director in 4 sort of different roles, but essentially the same role, and mainly looking after the South Island from a relationship perspective.
Okay, then the relationship that you have with the local MP, Matt Ducey, must be relatively okay, because we really are going by the amount of traffic coming back from the holiday destinations heading into North Canterbury coming south. Yesterday the traffic was just tied up badly, wasn't it?
It is, and I mean it's a bit like what do you build for? So during peak periods we know that the Wood End area in particular gets busy. There is a designated corridor for a new bypass, so it's just a question of getting the funding, and that has to compete nationally.
Okay.
It's not in the next 10-year plan, but it is in the following 10-year plan, so we've just got to keep the pressure on to get that funding and make it happen. And
that's where the mayor comes down. It comes down to the mayor and yourself and the CEO role for Waimakariri. It is she's a bit of a change, isn't it? You know, from building roads to running a district.
Well, I had 10 years being CEO of Dunedin City, or 11 years actually, and before that I was in a major growth council, North Shore City, and that's one of the attractions for me of being here. There's a tremendous amount of growth, and helping the city and the district and the people make that happen. But also we've got water quality issues, we've got climate change linked to that, and RMA reform plus Three Waters reform. So there's plenty of things that are going to keep me busy along with Dan and the team.
Brilliant stuff. So Dan, where did we find this man? I mean,
we were extremely fortunate to find Jim as our CE. We went through an extensive process. Jim's the product of that, and I'm thrilled and delighted that he's 3 days in the job. He's turned up on Tuesday. He started last Wednesday, but we had prior to that, Jim Palmer had been our CE for 17 years, so a big leadership there. So we looked for someone experienced and capable to step into all the challenges that we've got ahead of us, and Jim was certainly head and shoulders above when we interviewed, and really delighted to get him on board.
So when you're going through the SEEK documents, people who are applied for the job...
Sorry, Kerry, we couldn't give you the job.
Well, hey,
I know you wanted it, but it's just the next time maybe.
Hey, can you just send a letter next time saying how you didn't make it?
It was actually really important when we were going through the job that we went for a Jim, because we've got to be tight on our budget. So twinking out the Palmer and putting in Harland was really important to us.
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness, we've got a lot of work to do, and Jim's mentioned Three Waters reform, which is the government's firmly on their agenda, RMA reforms and all the other matters. We really need someone of experience to step in here and assist us with those conversations. And you mentioned transport. Really looking forward to Jim's experience too in that space, because we have a number of projects, Wood End's one, but also Southbrook. I took Jim for a ride over the Skew Bridge the other day because he's heard me banging on about it long enough over the years. So there's a number of projects that we really would like to get over the line and get funded by NZ.
Absolutely, and sometimes it's who you know and what you know, and I guess that's where hopefully there might be some sort of benefit there, Jim. Obviously you won't be cutting any corners and you'll be doing everything right, but these are obviously issues for the Waimakariri region that you'll be able to get your teeth stuck right into.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got to put the best case forward. All of this sort of work gets prioritised nationally, but we've got to make sure from a local regional perspective we are getting our share of the money, and that becomes it's a safety story, it's an economic development story, as well as reliable journeys, so people aren't having to wait for crashes to be cleared and things like that.
Going down Lineside Road into the city, that northern corridor is amazing. It's incredible. Everyone that I know that uses it regularly think that it's an absolute game changer, but then there are others that are just a wee bit like Lineside Road. If that could be doubled, if you could make that happen, Jim, that'll be quite good.
I have noticed it does back up past that railway line, and when I went back on Thursday night actually, it was amazing because of Easter. I guess everyone was trying to get home early. It almost backed up the motorway. It was tremendously busy.
Look, Jim, what I'd like to do is extend an invitation to you. If Dan can't make it for whatever reason during his busy times, I'd love you to pop on back and just keep in contact with us. What's happening around the region? You're very, very welcome in Waimakariri. If I'd like to extend on everyone's behalf, welcome to Waimakariri. Eddie. And good luck in your job.
Great. No, I appreciate that. And I look forward to a working relationship with you and all of your listeners.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. Dan, you've done well bringing in the boss. That's fantastic.
Thanks, Kieran. Well, when you ask me to do something, I just snap to and do it.
That's the power of radio.
Thanks for having us on board. Hey, by the way, big shout out to Oxford A&P show. Saturday, awesome day. The show did a fantastic job out there. Big numbers, great weather, and a lot of volunteer effort goes putting those together. And I thought it was probably one of the best shows I've been. It's always my favourite Oxford show, but that was a good, well done to Marie and the team. They did an awesome job.
High praise indeed. Oh, before we go, any tips? You've got a meeting coming up later on this week around the council table. Any scoops at all that's coming up this?
It's all on the agenda, Kiri.
It's all on the agenda.
We've got our council meeting today, actually. So it's the first Jim's first meeting as our CE. There's nothing really there that's major that I can think of as I've gone through. But hey, we're always happy to keep you briefed on whatnot.
Good on you, Dan. See you next Tuesday.
Look forward to it, mate.
Thanks so much for popping in, Jim. Very much appreciated.
Bye.
Compass FM.